Hey guys, I'm Lee from Lee Likes Music, the place to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp. And in today's video, we're going to talk about Mountain Move's newest album, Deerhoof's newest album, which is called Mountain Moves. So that's coming up. Deerhoof is a four-piece band from San Francisco that creates experimental rock and pop music that's mixed together with other components as well, such as noise, punk, and indie elements. On this album, they invite a series of guest artists that all contribute to make this album a lot more various and rich. And this is what the band had to say about their collaborations. We invited a myriad of guests to participate, some of them dear friends, others practically strangers. They are of different ages, different nationalities, different disciplines, and the only common thread was that each and every artist on Mountain Moves doesn't fit into a single, nearly defined category, and doesn't wish to. So from what they're saying, it sounds like they are putting out an album that is really varied, that is, delivering a lot of different genres, a lot of different colors, and to be honest, that is exactly what you're getting from Mountain Moves. So let's get straight into the album. The first song is called Slow Motion Detonation. Each section of the song has an extremely distinct mood. During the verse, when Matsusaki, the female lead vocalist, is singing "Celebrate," has this driving, positive, life-affirming feel to it. The chorus, where they're singing slow motion detonation, I know I have a beautiful voice. During this chorus, it has this very conclusive yet sad thing about it. So by listening to the song, you get introduced to so many different things, and because it is so simplistic and because it represents these pure emotions, it just comes off as something so good. The second song is called Con Sordino. And again, there's a play with simplicity here. There's very simple, uplifting melodies. The main vocalist, Matsusaki, delivers these meaningless, yet creatively inviting lyrics. I'm not afraid of the microphone. Is it afraid of me? So yeah, pretty meaningless lyricism. And also, I was absolutely mindfucked by the juxtaposition of pure melody that you hear very early on in the song. The noise really reminds me of something that I could hear on Beck's Odelay album. The third track is called I Will Spite Survive. I was really impressed and intrigued by the instrumental image during the intro of the song because it's so versatile. You have bass guitars and drums, of course, those are the standards. And then you have two synths and an organ. This is just thrown in your face immediately when you listen to the song. And when the intro is done and when the song finally starts properly, it is stripped down. Suddenly there's less kinetic output from the song, and that is really weird. The lyricism again is also very simplistic. You can outlive your executioners, but you're on TV. You're expandable. These lines are basically repeated throughout the whole song, and it works. The fourth track is called Come On Down Here and Say That. It has this funky intro, really funky chorus. You have these phrases, come on down here and say that, and who is the coward? And it almost sounds like a snippet that is taken out of a conversation where two people are arguing. I don't know, for some reason I always find something that is really interesting and intriguing about the first few songs on this album, and I would just love to see this band play live. It would be so much fun to be in the crowd and just dance your heart out. Fifth track is called Gracias a la Vida, and yeah, the lead vocalist is singing in Spanish, like straight out of nowhere. It also sounds like an opera song because there's a proper opera singer in the background, and you also have this dramatic orchestra playing. Yeah, it's really random. It's just completely taken out of context. It only lasts for 1 minute though, and I actually think it's a good thing to put in there. It adds a bit of versatility. It's not a banger or a song I would put on again, but it just fits. It just fits into the context of the album, into the track listing. Track number 6 is called Begin Countdown, and this is a song that is bleeding out rhythms and percussional sounds. All the instruments are shaped and emulated by the drums, until all hell breaks loose, like a car bomb of a cacophony at the end of the song. So now that I've gone through almost half of the album, the first 6 songs, I just want to conclude with the fact that this is a really colorful album. There's so many things going on here. There's funk, there's experimental rock, there's even jazz in here. You're introduced to so many new things and it's really interesting to listen to. I would love, absolutely love to see this band play live. Now after the 6th track is where the album gets a bit different. Track number 9, Palace of Governors, and also track number 10, Sing Along Junk, are songs that focus more on creating an atmosphere. There's less vocals here, there's less lyricism. In a way, the album becomes a bit more relaxed. A lot of this kinetic energy, this explosive energy that you found on the first tracks on the album, first half of the album, is now held back a little bit. You also have some cover songs near the end of this album, such as Freedom Highway, the 12th track. This is actually a rhythm and blues song about people's mentality of freedom. It was originally released back in 1965, I believe, by a group called the Staple Singers. I think it was kind of famous during that era, and I have to admit that I was quite a surprise to find Deerhoof covering this song. It is not a very good cover, to be honest. Matsuzaki's vocals are a bit too feeble and soft compared to the bassy powerhouse vocals of the women who originally performed this song, and it just comes off a bit strange. It's not natural for Matsuzaki to sing these vocals. I feel like the last half of this album was kind of a dim experience. It wasn't really that outstanding and glimmery such as the first few tracks. You have the 14th track, Kukai. This is a great example of a track that really doesn't deliver the goods as they did previously on the album. The melodies are very sugar sweet. It's kind of nice to listen to this, but the mashup of vocals and the chaotic percussion makes the song very indistinct, and it just spreads itself a bit too thin. There's a structure of verse, chorus, and after chorus, so in a way it is cohesive, but the instrumental arrangement, the mood, the time signatures, it all adds up to this very whimsical experience. Now we also have a second cover song on this album. It's called Small Axe, and it was originally created by Bob Marley. Another random cover coming out of nowhere. Just like with the previous cover song of Freedom Highway, Deerhoof actually cut the song in half. So it only lasts for like a little bit over 1 minute, I believe. And honestly, I like this shorter version. It just made the song more... It gave it more replay value because you don't want to listen to this song that lasts for like 3 or 4 minutes. It would have been just too much, I feel. The recording of this song was also quite interesting because Matsuzaki is standing further away from the microphone, which gives the vocals this roomy sound effect. There's also a gentle piano covering the rest of the melody, and it almost sounds like a small kid could have made this because of the lo-fi quality of the production. It sounds very homemade, and that is really something that charmed me. So Small Axe was a great cover song. The Freedom Highway one, not that much. When I heard the first few songs on this album, I was like, yes, I'm gonna finally get an 8 out of 10 album, but sadly because of the weaker tracks on the second half of this album, I have to give this a 7 out of 10. It was a great album, nice experience. Love people who just experiment and bend genres like Deerhoof is doing. I just love that. It's a strong 7 out of 10 from me. I would love to give it an 8, but no, I just can't. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp, then I highly suggest that you click the red subscribe button below. Also make sure you hit that bell icon beside the subscribe button, because in that way you'll always get notified when I upload new videos to this beautiful place right here. Take care, guys. Hope to see you later. Bye.